This is my solution to Dan Meyer's taco cart problem. So, here's the picture of the problem, if I can get it to be a little bit bigger. There we go. Okay, so basically what we had here was a right triangle with Dan and Ben down in this bottom left corner here. They're standing on the beach. The taco cart is up here on the street. Ben says he's going to walk along the beach at a speed of 2 feet per second to get to the taco cart, and Dan said he's going to go straight up to the street and then walk across because he can walk faster on the street at a speed of 5 feet per second. First step for this problem is I needed to figure out the length of the hypotenuse of this triangle. In other words, it's Ben's distance that he's going to walk. So I used Pythagorean theorem, and I got 650.026 feet, and that is labeled. My guess is that Dan is going to get there first. Here's my work. So Dan's time is going to be his distance on the beach divided by 2 feet per second plus his distance on the street divided by 5 feet per second. I got 275.32 seconds, and I converted that into about 4.59 minutes. Ben's time is going to be his distance on the beach divided by 2 feet per second. That was 325.013 seconds. I converted that into about 5.42 minutes. You can see that Dan is faster. My guess was correct. The second part of this problem was to figure out where would the cart need to be on the street in order for Dan and Ben to get there at the same time, assuming that Dan is going to go straight up to the street and then across, and Ben is going to stay on the beach. One possibility is obviously if the cart is straight up vertical from where Dan and Ben are standing. So both guys are going to walk a distance of 325.6 feet on the beach. Well, then I drew this other triangle here that really has two unknowns. This vertical distance will stay the same, but I don't know where the cart is. And then this distance right here, Ben's distance on the beach, is still unknown too. So I created this system of equations. All my work here is shown. I ended up with a quadratic equation where x is equal to 0 or x is equal to 310.95. So those are my two cases. Here's the x equals 0 case, where the cart is straight up from the two guys, and here, this triangle right here, I got a solution of x is 310.095 feet. Now I was curious to check my work, so then I used Pythagorean theorem to get the hypotenuse, Ben's distance, y here, and I got 449.638. So I wanted to check that both guys' time was in fact equal with that placement of the cart, and this is what I got.